Let's head back out to Belmore. We're going to talk to, on the rec zone, mic, Toby Sexton. Tobe, welcome, mate.
Thanks, Matty. Thanks for having me. This will be good.
Well done, mate. Terrific performance for you, mate. Beating the old side, the Gold Coast.
Yeah, it's obviously a pretty weird game. I kind of versed them 2 years ago, and it was a pretty emotional game playing up against all my mates, but this one was a bit more of a normal level, and they're a quality side. They've got attack all across the park, and they test us for 80 minutes, and yeah, it's good to get a win at home.
Hey, Tobes, it's Fletch. First of all, congratulations, mate. Second question, it looks like Matty Burton will be out next week. Who's going to be your partner in crime playing 6, do you think?
No idea. I think we've got to wait and see what's up with Matty, but we've got plenty of options there, obviously. Stephen Crichton does the job, and there's plenty of other halves playing really well in reserve grade, so there's plenty of options to choose from.
Yeah, Sexy, a couple of questions, mate. Obviously a very physical game for you out there at Belmore. Any sort of special recovery for you tomorrow?
I think I know where you're going with this, and I think I've fallen in the trap a couple of times with this, so I'm going to stay very clear of this question.
Fair enough, mate. Hey, we'll let you know. I hear the R&2 joint shuts in about 20 minutes, so have a good one.
He's a good character. He's a good character. Just to give everyone a bit of context there, his coach dobbed him in last year when he was single. Single man. He was going for a massage.
Yeah.
And his coach called him. He said he was getting sushi. He was going to get a massage. So,
which is what, given the fact his coach was there as well. Yeah. Who caught who? Now, highlights of the game. 22-0 at one point. Gold Coast had their moments in the second half, but only have looked like been a Dogs' victory.
Well, the Dogs got off to a fly. They were just way too physical at the start, which we kind of knew they would be. They've got a great pack at the moment. They're playing with a lot of confidence. But credit to the Titans as well, though. Obviously, the Dogs lost Burton, but credit to the Titans. It's their first game. They obviously started the season with a bye. They're going to be a bit rusty still, and they hung in there. They kept fighting. I thought the halves combination wasn't too bad. So I just think, look, it's not a pass mark for the Titans. They come up against a side who will probably feature deep into the semi-finals, you'd think. So,
they're looking very good.
Yeah.
So tricky games to start the year, and they've been excellent.
And in Belmore too, with a very vocal crowd.
Yeah,
it's always going to be tough travel.
Always a tough place to win, Belmore. But they've got to get more out of people like Fafita or Gold Coast. They need more impact out of their most important players. Well, Tino was fantastic. Yeah, surprise, their best.
Yeah. For his first game back, he was brilliant. It's the worry for me is their kicking game. I know that Kieran Foran's out for a little while to go yet, so they've really struggled getting out of their own end, and especially in that first half. But as Nathan said, they were up against a pretty formidable side, and the crowd was going pretty mad out there at Belmore.
We're going to talk about in a second. There's some big losses coming up. Matty Burton said before, it's a medial ligament. That can be, look, your lap scans tomorrow, that can be anything from 4 to 8 weeks. And that's a massive blow because of the fact that kicking game just pins teams on their own line. That's a really big loss. I'm sure Kickow in a minute too. Kickow went off, another medial ligament. So, a nervous day tomorrow for the Dogs.
Yeah, you ever done a medial stretch?
I've never done a medial.
Good boy.
Thank God, yeah.
Touch wood. Yeah.
Nathan or Matthew, what are we talking here? Do we know the severity of it?
Yeah, what's it?
I've never done one.
I've done one. Yeah, about 4 weeks.
Oh, that's
mine was only
that's not too bad.
Partial tear.
Right.
Just depends. There's different grades. I think mine was grade 1. Might be grade 2. Might be grade 3.
Okay, gotcha.
Grade 2.
Yeah, no, they're huge losses. I mean, if you don't want to lose 2 players, it's those 2.
Yeah. No,
but they've got pretty good depth now, the Dogs. So
he's playing great football, though, Matty Burton. You saw his running game.
Yeah.
Really, he's found his niche in the side and how he should play 6.
He did. Yeah, he looks a lot more patient, Matthew.
Looks very, very.
Did you
good.
go and have a word to him? Because usually you're the half whisperer.
Half whisperer. I don't want to step on else's.
Did you say?
I don't want to step on someone else's toes.
No, I know.
Yeah, I'll pep.
Kick out was a big loss too, though. On that edge.
Huge loss on that left edge. Yeah, that combination of him and Bronson Cherry, very strong. Boys, earlier today, Tigers 32-6 over Parramatta. I tell you what, the first 30 minutes, hard to find a bigger bludger of a game. But once they got into it, once they scored that first try, the Tigers, then they were away. It was always going to be their day after that.
Both sides very nervous. They looked like they were too worried about the opposition instead of worrying about their own game. So a lot of mistakes early, and you've got to feel sorry for these boys. They were playing in, they reckon, near 40 degrees on the stadium ground there. So they're just, whoever was going to hold the ball for the longest and get through their sets the best, which was the Tigers in the end, they came away with the win.
This was a crucial try, this one, Stretch. Jareem Buller, he and Appy Coruscant coming to the side made an enormous difference. But this is one that really broke the Eels, just on half-time.
Yeah, he moves very well, Dream, and obviously Dewey there. It's good to see him back playing good footy as well, and yeah, Gavin finished it off. But yeah, I thought the Tigers, once they found their groove, they were pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, they were very strong.
Well, they're nearly a full strength side, too, or you think it's their spines are full strength.
Yeah.
Buller, Coruscant, 9 there, so they're not going too bad, the Tigers. They're going too bad. Look, I know they've come up against the Knights and they're 1-1, Knights and Eels, but I think they're showing a lot more promise than what they were last year.
That loss, they really got panned after that loss from the Knights. And I actually thought there was a lot of good stuff, given the fact that there was no Buller and there was no Appy. You know, they're two of the blokes that will form the most important combination with Jerome. It was Jerome first up. And so this sort of win today doesn't surprise me at all. Tough one for Parramatta and Jason Riles once again. But, yeah, there's plenty of upside around this Tigers lineup. And, you know, for them, it'd be nice for the combination that last 20 minutes of the game when you've got the game won to actually relax and just to start to form a combination a little bit.
Yeah. Are you talking about Parramatta or?
Sorry?
Are you talking about the...
No, I'm talking about Tigers.
Oh, right, Tigers.
Talking about Tigers.
But I know you're frothing. You were texting us today about a certain player, Matthew.
Oh, Terrell May. He's incredible. Given the nature of the day, as you said before, pushing 40 degrees, mate, his work rate and played, I think, 65 minutes.
73 minutes he got out in the game.
Incredible.
He did this last week. He did this last year. I don't want to start going again while he's not at the Chooks. But anyway, let's move on. And I tell you what, our man, Alex Twal, I know he doesn't get the raps that he does, but I thought last week he was very good, and again today. One thing noticeable I found that they look so much fitter than they did last year at this time. Whether or not... Stretch, I'm going to ask you this. You go through different loading periods. Is that how it all works?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, towards the back end of the pre-season, they start to taper off a little bit and get you ready, get your legs nice and fresh for the season to start. But I definitely think there's probably a period at the start of the year, probably a month or even more, before you really do find your lungs and your legs out there. You can do all the running in the world, but it just takes a while with the game speed to get used to it again. So yeah.
And you've had 500 days out.
Yeah.
What did you do in those 500 days? Tell what was going on when they were on the field. Did you pick up any other hobbies? Because I know you like collecting stamps. Did you do anything else?
I started watching trains go by as well. Yeah.
Where they drop the bodies and stuff.
Plastic bags.
Did you? I know it would have been quite frustrating for you. What did you do to keep your mind active?
Yeah, it was pretty tough, actually, to be honest. Did a little bit of surfing and that. Got to go away as well. The club let me go away to Europe for a bit. So
Europe?
I did get to Europe, yeah.
Where'd you go in Europe?
I went to Germany to watch the Euros and then...
Oh, wow.
Amsterdam?
I missed Amsterdam this time. Yeah.
This time?
This time, yeah, I have been. But
that's nice of the club.
It
was very good for them, and yeah.
Some would say you probably owe the club.
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.